Hi everyone, this is Lady Rose from Goddess Garage, and I'm doing a very sort of unique to me kind of video. What I'm doing is I'm actually going to be doing a spell, and I'm going to attempt to tape it, or record it I guess, as the kids say these days, and have you be able to watch what I'm doing and perhaps do one for yourself. So what I'm doing today is a money charm spell. So just to give you an idea, here's my altar. I'll just show you my altar. So bear with me as I learn to do the camera. So there's my altar. I've got my directional candles lit up. I hope you can see that. And I will be tilting the camera down so that you can kind of see what I'm doing as far as my spells and stuff, or my spell goes. So I'm doing, like I said, a money charm spell. So it's a charm you're going to carry with you, but you're also going to be creating that energy of money. So I've already called in the directions and created a sacred circle. So I'm not going to bore you with that part. That's part of the reason I showed you the altar, the 4 directional candles, and I do light a couple other candles just because I like the ambiance of it. I've got my incense going, and I've smudged my whole altar area. It's a whole big, it used to be a dining room sort of buffet kind of thing. And then I've also used my broom. I use my broom first to kind of sweep away any negative energy. It's also, this broom's also really great for sweeping away whatever ashes might fall from, you know, your incense or your candles or whatever. So, like I said, I'm doing this spell and I've already called in the directions and set up my circle so that I'm protected. Now you can call in as far as directions go. You can do the guardians of the watchtowers. A lot of people are like, so what they did on the craft is real? It's like, parts of it were real. Yes, sometimes you do call in the guardians of the watchtowers. You're talking about east, south, west, and north. Or you can call in just the 4 directions, or you can call in the 4 guardian angels well, they're not guardian angels, but angels that guard the 4 directions. So whatever you want to call in, however you want to call the directions. If you don't know how to call the directions, I do have a book. It's called The Witch's Way, and I do actually put out a full script of how to cast a circle and set up your sacred space. But there's many versions of how to do that. When people ask me what the craft and is that sort of the real way people call in the circle, it's kind of like, well, it's sort of like the Our Father, like a prayer, right? Like if you hear the Our Father in a movie, you'll be like, oh, okay, that prayer really does happen. Now, whether they use it in the right context or not is totally up to Hollywood kind of thing. So there was definitely a lot of drama involved in that movie. So, you know, like I said, there were glimmers of it that were, you know, right. But like I said, there's also lots and lots of different ways. You can look up different ways. There's different books out there now of how to call in the directions. I know when I first got into the craft, there were no books that told you how to call a circle. They just said call a circle, and I was lost for a long time until I met a very old witch, and she told me and showed me how to call in a circle. So here we go. We're gonna get some money. So this is good. So if you want a little extra money in your wallet and in your life, it's very effective carrying this charm. Now I did another charm with my circle back before the COVID days, and we did a little charm as well, and that's still in my wallet to this day, and it's designed so that your wallet's never empty, and my wallet has never been empty since I've put that in. But I wanted to do another charm one just to see how this works, and you can put this in your purse or in your wallet if it'll fit. It's going to be slightly bigger, so see how it goes kind of thing. So what you want, the things that you want, is you want sort of a 6 by 6 inch piece of material, whatever material, it doesn't matter, whatever you're feeling and vibes with you. And it doesn't have to be exactly 6 by 6, it's around that. Okay, you need a coin. I have a nice big silver one that I'll be using because I want lots of silver in my life, I guess. And then we're going to use some herbs, and I'm going to burn some while I'm also creating this, some might call it a mojo bag. So it's a little sort of charm bag that you carry with you, have on your person, have it in your briefcase, have it in your purse, and you'll always get extra lucky money. Now, you can put any coin you want in there, whether it's 25 cents, 10 cents, whatever, and it doesn't matter. Even if you put a penny in there, it's not like you're saying, I just want pennies. You know, it's the money energy. That's what you're picking up. So I do have lots of pennies because I do some penny magic as well. But there's also like these coins as well, if you have some of those around. I do keep these. I have one at my business because they're Chinese lucky coins, right? I keep one in my wallet, so one of these I picked out of my wallet. I have an extra one here, but I also keep one up here, and I'll show you what up here is. So there's, let me see here, there, right there. So I'm going to be using this pyrite. Now the original spell called for something else, but this is what I have. I have my lucky Buddha, who's the fat one's the enlightened one that has all the money. So I always have the fat one. And I have bears around it, you'll notice, because bears are guardians of money. So I'm of the bear clan as well. So I also have a lot of bears in my life, but I keep my bears guarding my fat rich Buddha. And I have there it is, one of these coins up here with my Buddha to keep it lucky. And I have my pyrite because it kind of looks like crumpled up gold tinfoil or something, and it attracts money. Now you can also use different stones in this spell, so I'm going to use the pyrite as an influence. It says it calls for citrine. You can use citrine, definitely. It's a money attractor, or whatever crystal you're drawn to. A lot of the green kind of crystals like jade. I mean, there's a little piece of jade here, so I'll probably put that in to my pouch because this is a little bit heavy to be carrying around. Plus it's up there with my bears, so so it keeps the money flowing in, which is great. I have a pentacle that I created out of clay. So I just went to the dollar store and I made this. So it's my earth element. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my piece of cloth and put it over top so that it's on top of my earth element. So it's picking up that earth energy because money is all about the earth energy, and we're going to create this bag. So the other things I have here is it calls for some different herbs, but I tend to like to use a mixture because every herb kind of brings a different energy, right? So I've got here, these are mint leaves, so I'm going to be putting that in my bag. This is what the actual spell calls for, but I always revamp. And don't be afraid to change up. Like if you find that there's an herb that resonates with you that brings money, then put that in if you're feeling that that has some money energy to it. We also have cinnamon that I'll be putting in. The recipe doesn't call for that, but I'm putting cinnamon in. And I always sweeten my cinnamon with a little bit of sugar because, you know, life is sweeter when you have money. And cinnamon very much attracts money. And it's about comfort as well, and that security that money brings. And then I also have, this is, what is it again? Oh, basil leaves. Basil. So this is basil, and basil is a big money attractor. In fact, there's a little mythology about it that if you put a little basil, if you sprinkle a little basil in your wallet, again, your wallet will never be empty. You'll always have what you need when you need it. So every once in a while, to kind of recharge the charm I already have in there, I'll sprinkle a little basil. Now I'm also including in this mixture a little bit of skullcap. Now all these herbs I do sell, well, not cinnamon or basil because you can get that at the grocery store, but I do sell the skullcap if you want it. Now skullcap, I do sort of tell people skullcap yes, it attracts money, but it attracts a certain kind of money. So cinnamon attracts money to create that stability, to keep your cupboards always full so you can pay the bills and keep groceries on the table and that sort of thing. Mint and basil bring in just our money attractors overall, and they help with, you know, creating that good paycheck and that sort of thing. Now, skullcap is lucky. So it brings in gifts of money. It doesn't, I always warn people, it doesn't bring earned money. It brings luck, and it brings sort of gifts of money. So for instance, you know, maybe you get an unexpected bonus on your paycheck, or maybe you get an unexpected check in the mail, or someone suddenly says, oh, hey, I owe you some money. I just had a customer that did that with me. She's like, hey, you know, I never paid you for that last astrology thing, and how much more do I owe you? And I was like, oh, I totally forgot about it. But, you know, it was nice to get that into the bank account and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, Skullcap brings that luck. And when it comes to money, it's always good to have a little luck. Now, it doesn't mean luck in gambling. It means just lucky breaks in money, not in gambling. That's a totally different thing. So don't put Skullcap in and think you can go to the casino and you're going to win the jackpot or whatever. So like I said, it brings gifts of money, and it's sort of, like I said, it doesn't bring earned money necessarily. It brings more surprise money. So if you're in business, perhaps you put a little Skullcap into this charm and you bring it with you to wherever you're working or wherever you're presenting, and you'll find you get a little extra surprises of people like, yeah, I'll buy that, or yeah, I want to get this service from you, or whatever it might be. So put a little Skullcap in whenever you're doing any kind of money thing, because like I said, it kind of puts a little bit of luck on the money. So like I said, I'm got my cloth and I've put it over top of my pentacle, which is my earth symbol. Whatever your earth symbol is, or you can just put it on your altar. You don't have to have it. I just wanted that extra energy. And I'm going to be burning some of these herbs. So I've got a little piece of charcoal. I didn't want to do a whole piece today. So the way you do charcoal, like you can see I have tongs. Now you can do this with your fingers as well. You just have to be careful. So I'm taking one of the candles and I'm simply putting it into the flame, and you'll see it sparks. Those sparks that are flying, that's the charcoal lighting up. So it's kind of magical because it sparks and spits and stuff, and you can get it lit up. So you can see that that little bit is lit up. It won't take long for the rest. It spreads really fast. So if you're using your fingers, just get one end hot and then put it in your container. I usually put it in my cauldron, but my cauldron is at work right now and I'm at home. So I'm going to use sort of my second cauldron, I call it. So it's an incense burner. So it's good for, you know, like it's supposed to take heat and all that kind of stuff. And then I've also got it on top of another surface that is good for heat. So in case I, you know, spill things or whatever. All right, so I'm just going to take my charcoal here and I'm going to let it just kind of sit just for a moment. Oop. One of my candles went out. So I will just simply light another one, or light it up again. I have lots of matches. And one of my, two of my candles here are also beeswax candles, because honey also helps to attract money, and it's a good energy to have around when you're doing any kind of money spells. So I have a little bit of that beeswax happening. So, like I said, I've got my charcoal burning. I'll spin you around, or maybe I can just tip you. Tip you, there you go. So you can see the charcoal is smoking up. Here's the charcoal here. Can you see it? I'll back up. There we go. That's a better view. So there's the charcoal smoking up. While it's getting ready, because it's almost ready, I'm going to put my coin into my piece of cloth. As you can see, I've got it over my pentacle here. Put my jade in there, and I've got my pyrite here just as a, you know, hey, way to go, jade. It's being a friend to the jade. And then I'm going to take a little pinch of the mint, and just a little pinch, there you go. and a little pinch of the cinnamon. You don't need a lot, sort of a less is more kind of thing. And then a little pinch of the basil, and then a little pinch of the skullcap. And if you want to get any skullcap, let me know. I'll put the link for my Etsy store down below, and you can just simply order it up. It's super easy to do, and you can have skullcap on the way for whatever money spells you might want to be doing. So this is all of it together, and I've got, then it says to take a piece of string and tie it up. I picked green because green, it felt right to me. Green is a very money-based color, as I'm sure you already know, because, you know, like, give me the green kind of thing, right? So you're just going to tie this up nice and tight. I gave myself lots of room to be able to tighten this up and to make a nice knot out of it. So just tie this up. So make sure it's a coin you don't really care about. Like, don't make it a collector's coin that's in here, because it's going to get in here and stay here for quite some time. I mean, you can always take it out again if you want, but I always sort of plan to put this in my purse, and I keep it there for about a year, and then I'll revamp it or redo it, recharge it, whether I feel it needs recharging or, you know, I need to freshen up the herbs in it. I do the same thing with the coin that's wrapped in my wallet that keeps my wallet full all the time. So I'll be doubly full. So now I'm just going to snip off these ends. There we go. And then you've got your little purse or pouch, your charm. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these herbs on the charcoal to burn. Now, don't be dumping herbs on here. One, because you don't want to smother out the charcoal, because that's not good. And two, you know, you don't want a big fire on your hands. It's supposed to smoke, yes, definitely, but not, you're not starting any big fires. So there we go. There, it's starting to smoke up a little bit. And then what I do is I bring this into the smoke. And is there anything? Yes. Okay. So there's a saying, and I'll write the incantation in the comments, or I mean in the description there. So it says, let me just get my glasses on here. So as you can see, it's really smoking up now. This is good. It's getting excited about the money. I can feel that. So it says, and I'm putting it into a clockwise circle. So it's bringing money to me, right? And you say, with this charm, I draw to me money, luck, and prosperity. With this charm, I draw to me money, luck, and prosperity. With this charm, I draw to me money, luck, and prosperity. With this charm, I draw to me money, luck, and prosperity. With this charm, I draw to me money, luck, and prosperity. With this charm, I draw to me money, luck, and prosperity. With this charm, I draw to me money, luck, and prosperity. Now, I did that 8 times. Whatever number feels right. For me, 8 felt good today, because 8 is all about opportunities opening up. And I figured that's what we want with this charm, is to open up opportunities. Now, money comes in different forms too. It's not always about money coming in. It can be that. But if you carry this in your purse, you'll find that you get way more stuff on sale. You know, you might be looking for something. Maybe you need to buy some shampoo, or you need to buy a new TV or whatever it might be. You'll find that with this in your purse, you are getting these deals that you normally wouldn't necessarily get. You'll find, oh, geez, that's lucky, it's the last one, or gee, that's lucky, it's on sale, kind of thing. So you'll find that with this particular charm. I can feel it sort of vibrating already. So I'm really excited to put this in my purse. And I'm just going to carry this. It goes to the bottom of my purse. I don't even have to do anything. Like I said, in about a year, I should probably recharge it, freshen up the herbs, that sort of thing. But I wanted to be able to show how a spell is done, because I get asked a lot about how do you do a spell? Like, what is going on? So when I was doing that invocation of, with this charm I draw to me, money, luck, and prosperity, I was really putting that energy into this charm bag. And I was, you know, bringing in money. Now, I will probably continue to meditate a little bit longer on opportunities that will be coming my way, as far as, you know, extra money, maybe some extra clients that book tarot readings, or extra people that buy stuff from my Etsy store, or I'll be visualizing myself in a shop and I get stuff on sale, or I'm getting a special deal. I will also be visualizing my bank account, you know, with money in it. Like, I do one that I did a long time ago, and I still do it to this day, because I was behind a man in the bank one time, and he was taking some money out for whatever reason. I think it was Christmas shopping or whatever. And unlike the confessionals, the bankers, the tellers, you know, it's not private necessarily. You kind of hear stuff sometimes. So I was standing, because I was the next in line, and this was before COVID times and stuff. And we were struggling financially, my husband and I, at that point. And he took his money out, and it looked like a good chunk of change. He was an older gentleman, so he, I think, was sort of the old school idea that, you know, I'm going to get the Christmas money out, it's going to be in cash. When it's gone, that's it. That's all the Christmas shopping we're doing. So the teller said to him, "Oh, would you like a balance?" And he said, "Yes, please." And she said, "Oh, you still have $16,593, or whatever it was. It was around that much. Yeah, it was that much." And I was like, oh my God, I have never even had 16,000. I mean, maybe I have, but it went out pretty fast. But I didn't at that point, and I hadn't seen that kind of money in a very long time. But in that moment of hearing that, I knew I'm supposed to hear that, because I'm supposed to be able to see that it is possible for people to have, at that point, tens of thousands of dollars in their bank account, and not have to pull everything out to pay bills. And, you know, just, it's comfortable, right? Like, if he was already pulling out like $1,000 or something, and maybe more, who knows? I didn't hear that, how much he was pulling out. But to still, after that, have that kind of money left in the bank would be fantastic, right? So to me, it was really hard for me to visualize that in those moments when I was struggling. And I was really struggling at that point, because I was making decisions like, do I buy bread or do I buy toilet paper? Because I can't afford both, right? So, but then that opened up an opportunity for me. So I went home and I immediately drew myself in that man's place. And it was just a stick figure drawing. I still have it tucked away somewhere. And I drew myself standing at the teller, and her telling me that you have $16,593 in the bank. And I was like, okay, great. And by drawing it, I was able to visualize it. By hearing it and seeing it happen in real life for someone else, it became a possibility. And ever since then, I haven't struggled with money. And money at that point, even though I was really struggling at that point, from that day forward, money dropped into my bank. Just, here it is. And, you know, it just came from weird places, and it got me out of my sort of hard times, me and my husband's hard times. We paid our bills. We were able to get back on our feet, that sort of thing. And we haven't struggled since. You know, like, we've always had what we need when we need it. And we've since taken it beyond that. So it can happen. So this definitely helps. And I know my charm that I've already got in my purse also helps as well. So, you know, this will be in your purse so that you're always having money when you need it for whatever you need. And not just need, what you want and desire, right? So, you know, if you want to buy that, you know, extra thing or that bouquet of flowers for yourself, go for it. You'll have the money, not to worry. Okay, so blessed be. I hope this helped. I hope you do it for yourself and put it in your purse and have lots of abundance coming in. It was a pleasure to have you here and to be able to share this. I hope there weren't too many bumps, but please bear with me while I'm learning how to maneuver this. I'm hoping to do more spells. If you'd like more spells done, or if you'd like to see more spells done, please leave a comment below saying that you would. If you have a particular type of spell you'd like to hit on, please ask me what kind of spell you would like, you know, whether it's, you know, health, love, money, whatever it might be kind of thing. And I will show you some spells in that area. I am one of these people that I tend to only show spells or teach spells that I've already done myself that I know work. So I usually test them if I haven't done them yet, but this one I have done. And like I said, I can feel this bag vibrating, so it's ready to go. So I hope you have a lovely, lucky money charm in your purse very soon as well. Okay, take care. Merry, wise, and gentle be. Have a great day.